Just to like really kind of hammer it in, what's the difference between the METAKEY editions?
Okay. So the difference is the aesthetics.
Yes. The scarcity.
The scarcity. Yep. And the aesthetics and the artist are, to be honest, enough in the sense of, say you have one from Markomatic.
Mm-hmm.
One, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Two, if Markomatic blows up into the next biggest artist, he's obviously a great artist. Mm-hmm. If his career progresses 100x as to what he is at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Which he absolutely deserves.
He's a great artist. Very underrated. But you can imagine that people would be like, holy shit, I want a Markomatic one.
Yeah.
So suddenly the edition 3s might sell more than the edition 1s because everyone's like, oh, wait a second. Yeah. Markomatic's just suddenly being featured in,
people have been noticing, like, yes, there are more of the edition 3 than there are of the edition 1, but people have been discussing how, like, the floor for edition 3 is much lower than the floor for literally any other Marco piece.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, and people are wanting it, like, just for that.
Exactly.
And the idea, I mean, what will be really great for us and for the community is that people will jump in just for that, and then they'll go, oh, hold on, this thing's got some more utility attached to it. Let's check it out and have a look at what that's all about.
Exactly.
You know?
It's kind of like, think of it like, this is really weird, but if you're in a club, and people have different shirts that they've got to wear to go into the club. Now, you're going to want a shirt from your favorite artist. You might want a shirt from your Pokemon because you like watching Pokemon. Whatever your shirt is that you wear, you want to represent yourself as that way. It's unique to that batch of shirts, right? But it all has the same utility. You can all go into the club because you're wearing one of the shirts in this set of shirts. So that's, and some shirts might be cooler designs than the other ones, or be from an artist that more of the demographic value than the others. So it's got its own dynamics of value built into it. So I think that's the main difference. But there's also the aesthetic, the scarcity difference, which I think will come into play once there's tens of thousands of METAKEYs. Once there's hundreds of thousands of METAKEYs, how rare is it going to be to have a Gen 1? How rare is it going to be to have a set of 3? Do you know how many people have a Beeple set of 3 initial pieces? Probably like 10 or 15 people that actually have a full set of 3 Beeple pieces. In time of a successful project, scarcity matters a lot. So that was the goal, was to reward early investors with scarcity, and then reward them, and then to add to that, we're doing a physical sort of a redeemable thing where it's going to be a really cool item that you can redeem as a collector's piece, physical, that we will ship out at our expense. You don't have to pay anything. That not only now do you have the NFT that's scarce, but you also have a physical that maybe only 1,000 people in the world have, and that's probably the only time we'll do a physical sort of a collector's thing.
Okay, so
and for future projects, we will build in certain things based on different METAKEYs.
Right.
And I'm also thinking for giveaways to skew the percentage.
Yeah, we can do that.
Slightly in favor based on which METAKEY you own. So if you have METAKEY 1 for our giveaways that we sometimes do, I think we gave away an Oculus recently. We can give like Genesis holders a little bit percentage higher to win. And then Artifact Studios a little bit percentage less, but higher than the others, etc., etc.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. So, do we have any concrete plans at the moment for what people will get for owning all 3? Is that still just conceptual? Like, yes, you will get something. Yes, it'll be awesome. Or do we have something like concrete?
I think we can just talk about the project.
Yeah,
we got coming up. Like, it was on the roadmap.
It was on the roadmap.
It was. So we got like, all right. So what we're going to do?
All right, here we go.
Is we're going to release our own avatar project.
I can't believe we're talking about this today.
You get it for free if you have a METAKEY. So avatar projects are actually pretty cool in the sense of they create identity within communities. I think that part of it is sick. I think the fact that you can go onto it and represent your CryptoPunk, your Bored Ape, your Meebit, whatever you are, and then boom, when someone else sees a Meebit, it's like, oh, like, I love that project. I'm part of that project as well. That part of the culture and the community is epic. Do I feel right about selling them? Like selling avatars? Not really, because I don't know the mechanics of how that works and the value proposition for that for people. What we've done is the value is in the METAKEY, which is an ongoing value process, but we're going to drop avatars for free for METAKEY owners.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's going to be one of those randomly generated ones. So based on, well, there'll be different parts and different scarcities and stuff. There's a AAA artist working on these.
We'll show you some stuff in a minute.
Yeah, we'll show you guys some stuff in a minute. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic in every level. But what we're thinking is for METAKEY owners of certain editions, we will give a special like aesthetic thing. So maybe like if you have all three, you might get like lightning on your character.
Yeah.
Right? And there's only like 80 or 67 of them. 67 people that own all three. So the scarcity of that when we release it will be quite low compared to the rest. So we've got that mechanic built into all three owners, and I think also Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3 owners. Because when we release Edition 4, we're going to release it in conjunction of the Avatar project. So that's gonna incentivize people to go buy the Edition 4 because they also want the airdrop of the Avatar project. And I think the Avatar project is going to be cool because it gives our community a culture and identity that they can represent the project.
Yeah, I think that's really important, because we've got, the one METAKEY that you use across all games, all spaces. It doesn't it doesn't give you an identity. And the idea that you can have an identity that you can use across all of those spaces that is unique is going to be a really compelling proposition. And it's also going to be a lot more kind of detailed and interesting and utility driven than any of the other Avatar projects we've seen coming out so far. Yeah. It's incredibly ambitious.